Okay, it's DeVary again. We're going to take a look at another alternator output test. Today we're going to use the Snap-on AVR load tester. So we're going to find out how much current the alternator is outputting by using a digital tester. We're using the same vehicles we used for the VAT40. It's a 2003 Chevy Venture van. And as you can see, the alternator is tucked all the way back there. You can see the bright red output wire coming off the back of the alternator, so that's where we're going to make our connection with our amp clamp. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick look at how to hook up the Snap-on AVR. Okay, so same thing as before, we got this fuse panel box here. It's kind of in our way, so it's already disconnected as far as connectors go and our support beams. So we're just going to move this out of the way. Okay. Pick it off, move it off to the side. You might have to hold it off to the side a little bit just so you can gain access. The positive terminal or negative terminal is located all the way back there. Okay, we want to try to make sure that most of the stuff stays connected. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our connections. Now right here, these are our connectors from the Snap-on AVR machine. What you notice is they got these goofy little things right here in the middle. Okay, and you might be wondering, you might have seen them before. So, well, what in the world are those things? Well, what they are is they're for side post terminals. And what you do is you pull the clamps open, and you notice it's got this little kind of gator mouth right here in the middle. If you put your thumb right back here and you open these all the way up, you just simply push. When you push, this comes out. And as that comes out, when you let go, it squeezes the ends together. This is meant for one of these side post battery terminal connections all the way back here. If you can see where my finger's tapping. Okay, you just simply snap this over the end. It's meant to help it out and make it easier. Truth be told, sometimes it's more of a pain to use than just the regular clamping. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to attempt to get this one onto the negative terminal back there, and then we'll just use the normal end clamp for the positive post, because we actually have a different bolt holding that one on. That's the problem right there. So usually the cables are too heavy. That winds up just pulling it out of the way. So just slide that guy down. We've got that on there. Go ahead and hook up our positive. And there we go. Okay. These side post terminals, they can be a little bit of a challenge to hook up every once in a while, but you take your time, you get it. All right, next we're going to take a look at the lit up Snap-on AVR machine, and then we'll go ahead and fire it up and we'll run the test. All right, by the way, I forgot to mention, we got to take the amp clamp from the Snap-on AVR machine, this guy right here, and we have to hook it up to our output wire. So we take a look again at our arrow. We got a tiny little one, if you can just barely see that. We want that arrow to point away from the alternator because the electrons are leaving and going to charge the battery. So we go ahead and snap that guy right around. Alright, so here's our AVR machine. It's all hooked up. It's pretty much ready to go. What we want to do is we're going to mess around with the alternator. Right now you can see we got -2 amps. The vehicle is not running, so what I'm going to do is zero this out. So just quick hit the amp 0. Hold it for a second. Should go to 0. It'll go up and down, but it'll only be by about 1 amp. But as soon as we start this car, you're going to see current outputting from the alternator because this battery's not in great shape. So the alternator is going to try to start charging it. The next button I'm going to hit is this diode test display. I want to turn this on. So we're going to take a look on the far left. As soon as I hit that button, you'll notice that it says good. It says alternator diode test. Now we'll find that one out for sure after we perform the test. Our timer is set for 15 seconds. We're not going to mess with that. And for this one, we don't even need to mess around with that load. You'll notice it says load amps 25. For this test, it's actually kind of meaningless. The machine is going to calculate the load automatically. It's going to do all of that work for us. All we simply have to do is hold it at 2,000 RPMs and hit this start output test button. Okay. Now we're going to hold it at 2,000 RPMs, roughly, and then we're going to perform this. Just watch the timer. Alright, and there you have it. So, test is complete. We pulled 164 amps, 12.41 volts. So, that's a perfectly good alternator. And you take a look over there where it says alternator diode test. It says it's over in a good condition. That is confirmed. Okay, alternator looks okay. Alrighty, so that's the Snap-on AVR alternator output test. Thanks for watching.